Welcome back to U.S. Farm Report. Trusted, timely, tradition. The I-80 Harvest Tour is brought to you exclusively by Case IH. Case IH equipment is designed, engineered, and built by farmers. See their stories at builtbyfarmers.com.
Welcome back. Well, the dry weather in South Dakota is pushing harvest near record pace right now, with 82% of the soybeans and 44% of the corn out of the field. However, as Michelle Rook reports this weekend in our I-80 Harvest Tour kickoff, it's also because there's fewer bushels to handle in areas that were hit by drought.
The theme this harvest season here in South Dakota is variability, with great differences in yield and moisture from north to south. In the Northeast, many farmers had excess moisture this spring and took prevent plant on some acres. The exception was Chad Schooley.
We had a good start this spring. We were lucky right here. We got in on time.
Rains through July benefited his corn, and even with the heat, yields are only down slightly from farm averages.
We're probably going to be in that 175, 180. We'd like to see closer to 200, so about 10% off.
And the quality of the corn is good, with test weights in the upper 50s. However, he ran out of moisture in August, which hurt his early beans.
The better beans are 50 to 60, but our early beans were, 20, 30, a lot of 40s. So I'm hoping to average in the 40s.
A little farther south, David Iverson soybeans are short, but yields in the 40s and 50s will exceed 2021.
We had more rain this year on most of our fields, so I think our yields are going to be better than last year.
And his corn crop is right on his APH.
Our goal for corn is to have 200 bushel in our area, and I think we'll be in that neighborhood.
Jesse King farms near Iverson and says surprisingly he's getting average to above average soybean yields.
On the lighter ground, high 40s. This field here was mid 50s. We had a 60.
But in the Southeast, farmers have been hit by drought conditions that are similar to 2012.
We were 11 and a half inches behind normal for the growing season. That wasn't just for the whole year, but that's pretty significant because that would be less than half.
And for Tim Ostrom, his dryland corn yields will be half of normal.
It's really a tough year, just no rain hardly at all. So this field right here that we're in is going 90.
His bean yields were also disappointing, running on either side of 30 bushels per acre.
And all the beans are very short. I mean, the yields are not going to be very good in our part of the state.
Overall in South Dakota, it doesn't look like the North will make up for the South.
I don't see that. I think if we're average or some places a little above average, but if the South is pretty much below average, I think overall we'll be down some.
Fortunately, though, basis levels and cash grain prices have stayed strong to offset losses.
Prices right now, are some of the highest prices that I've sold in my farming career so far.
There's $6.50 corn going to town right now at 180 bushel. That's still good money.
I'm Michelle Rook for U.S. Farm Report.
Thanks, Michelle. Well, we talked about harvest in our roundtables, but is demand starting to crumble at all? Joe Vaklovic and Bob Utterbeck rejoin me next.